Artistic Gamer 7, and welcome back to some more Sims 4 Elder Scrolls CAS. Today we are making another one of the Daedric Princes. This one is gonna be Hermaeus Mora. I am not sure if I'm totally saying that right, but anyway, that's what I'm going to go with. Now with this one, I have mentioned in previous videos, some of them may look a little bit on the sort of dark side, I guess is a way of lightly putting it. Honestly, like, he's like on that borderline, like, he does, but he doesn't. I use, like, the dragon horn type things I have for them, and I used one that has, like, a lot of horns on it, so, you know, some people might feel iffy about it, but I really don't think he is that bad. I definitely think he's one that is maybe bordering the line, but not too bad, but it is just to let you know that he has a potential. Feel free to continue watching to see how you feel about it. I don't know how some people are. I just want to be careful on the sense of that, so I just want to let people know ahead of time. But I honestly don't think it's really that bad, and honestly this is one of my favorite ones on how he turned out. Oddly enough, he is one of the ones that had the least humanoid feature to go off of, so, yeah. And when I say that, I mean, like, there was no humanoid feature. Like, the way he chooses to show himself is either he's just sort of like this blob-looking, like, thing with a bunch of eyeballs, or a black hole type thing, like, just a dark black mass with one eyeball, or multiple eyeballs as well. The way that I seen him in Skyrim was more of like this black mass that slightly had some of these tentacle-like things with the eyeball, and I think there was like some smaller eyeballs, but there's like the one big eyeball. But because of that look, like those like tendrils or whatever was sticking out of them, that's why I chose to use those horns. I didn't try to make them look too much like horns, or at least, you know, not fully be horns. I also gave these ears with, like, this curly aspect to them, because I was trying to give that organic flow of, like, tendrils, tentacle-like things, a representation on this sim. Now, with a lot of the Skyrim, or the Elder Scrolls, characters that I'm doing in this series, a lot of them have at least some pictures to base, skin tones and looks off of it. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them have very similar skin tones, except for mostly some of a lot of the Daedric Princes don't. But for the most part, even some of them have, like, similar skin tones. So any chance that I got to change skin tone, like almost, I think all the Divines, except for like one or two of them, all look the same, and those one or two were only like some slight shades darker. So anytime I got a chance to play around with the skin tones, whether it was a weird color or a darker natural color, I took the chance, and this was one of my chances. But like I said, he ended up being one of my favorite ones, and honestly, in a way, like, the hairstyle that I chose, which is, you know, braids, or, like, I don't know what type of braids they are. Is it box braids? Is that what they are? I don't know how to tell different type of braids apart. I can't even braid my own hair. So, me just trying to do a simple braid, I somehow fail. So me trying to even learn what the different braids and all that stuff look like, there's no point. Because I'm not a hair person. I can't do my own hair other than put it in a ponytail and brush it for the most part. I've gotten a little bit better at waving it, or slightly curling it, but even that I messed up with a lot. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this. Anyway, with him, a lot of the stuff sort of just really fit more in place for this character to do certain things. I gave him, like, this tattoo on the side, which looks more of like it's just a natural skin thing. I really like that. I used it also for my changeling, because I did it like she had changed so much that that part of her body just temporarily, sort of, like, permanently, not temporarily, sort of stayed off compared to the rest of it. I also really would like to potentially use it for Midna if I ever create Midna in a Sim, because I definitely think it gives me some Twilight beings vibes to them. So, yeah, anyway, I really, really like it. I also end up giving him, I have like these glove options that are not actually gloves, they're like tinted coloring on the ends of the fingers, and I think one option looks really, really cool, and it's actually like a black color, so like a dark, true black. Uh, I know when it comes to the color black, it comes in so many shades, but they're all still technically black. But this is like a real dark black, and that's sort of what he has, a very, very dark true black. So I was trying to get many darker colors on him, so hence why all of his clothes are black. But he truly is one of my favorite ones, and I put that thing around his face because of sort of to represent some of the other eyeballs that sometimes he'll tend to have. The one big eyeball that he has is actually close to the color eyes that I actually gave him. That was like very, very fitting. Now, one thing I did forget to mention that I usually talk about in the very beginning is what he is technically the Daedric Prince of, which is of knowledge and memory. He actually is not a bad Daedra. Like, honestly, like, if you saw him in real life, he might be one of the ones that scared you a little bit more, because he is just this black hole, black blob, black nothingness of just a giant eyeball. But in reality, he's probably one of the better ones to run into, because he just basically seeks more knowledge. He likes things dealing with knowledge. He has knowledge that is helpful and can be destructive, but just in general, things dealing with knowledge and learning more and memory, that's what he is. Now, you can actually get a book from him, and apparently it's also in Oblivion, but it's different options in Oblivion than in Skyrim. But in Skyrim, it was, I forget the three. I know one of them was magic, because I think that's the one I chose. But basically, you choose a skill branch, basically, and you get to, like, level up 5 different things in that branch from those options, and it's, like, really, really nice to have. But, yeah, I actually really, really love how he turned out, though, in the end. He's definitely one of my favorites. I put that middle thing on his forehead to also, again, represent the fact that he has known showings of multiple eyeballs, technically, but he is definitely one of my favorites, and he's even one of my favorites over some of the female characters, and I tend to really like a lot of my female characters just because I have more options for them, but he definitely is over some of them also, because I just really like how he turned out. I think he's one of the cooler looking ones. I hope you like how he turned out as well. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts and opinion on Hermes Mora. I think I just totally said that differently than how I said it in the beginning. But oh well, it's fine, whatever, you know. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, definitely let me know your thoughts on him down below. And at this point, which ones are your favorites? You've got to see 4 Daedric Princes, still only 1 Divine. But the next one will be a Divine, so there will be 2 Divine soon. But hopefully, you are enjoying the series so far. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the series as well. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that lovely like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already, so that you can see future videos. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!